Good morning. This is 4.2, and in 4.2 we're looking at how are discrete and continuous functions alike and how are they different. And I gave you a little hint here on discrete. If you think about the meaning of discrete, it's separate, it's kind of obscure, and continuous is like a waterfall. It just keeps coming. Okay? So that's how I kind of remember them. Here's two different scenarios in the real world. We have avocados that are being sold $1.50 each. So if we wrote the function for avocados, we would be taking $1.50. And let's do unit analysis. $1.50 per avocado. And so in order to cancel the avocados, we have to multiply by the number of avocados. Okay, so A is our independent variable, so A will represent our number of avocados. Oops, I guess I already had it down here. A is our number of avocados. Okay, now beans are being sold for $1.50 a pound. So again, with unit analysis, if we have $1.50 per pound, then we would have to multiply by the number of pounds to cancel our pounds out and just have dollars. Same thing as here, cancel our number of avocados out, have the dollars. So this time it's $1.50 B, and B is our pounds of beans. So as you can see, the function rule, you can't really tell whether it's discrete or continuous. But I'll ask you this. Could you end up with an amount of $1.50? You might say, well, sure, if you buy one avocado. And if you buy two avocados, what will it be? $3. So can you have a charge that's in between there? Could you have an amount come to like $2? If you say no, that's part of the key in this being discrete. You can't have the in-between. Over here on the beans, if you buy a pound of beans, it's going to cost $1.50. 2 pounds be $3. Could you end up with a pound and a half and maybe $2 in between? Absolutely. That is continuous. This is discrete. In graphing, you can see discrete or continuous by whether it's points. On avocados, we can't have the in-between prices, so it's discrete. On beans, we can have the in-between prices if we get a pound and a half, a pound and a quarter. So this is continuous. Continuous is drawn with a line, connected line. Discrete is individual points. You can also see it in your domain and range. My domain here, I have to list the points. The range, listed points. Continuous, I simply explain where the real numbers are because they could be all the real numbers within that parameter. So x can be anything greater than 0 and y can be anything greater than 0. Which is discrete? Which is continuous? Now you can look at domains and see. Do you see here how it's individual points? That's discrete. Do you see here how it's a range of numbers within a setting. You can have infinite number of numbers in there. That's continuous. F of x, the rule, 2x plus 3. G of x, the rule, 2x plus 3. So you can't tell by the rules whether it's continuous or discrete. You can tell by what numbers you're plugging in. So this brings us to the last thing here. I want you to be able to look at different scenarios in life and tell me whether they're discrete or continuous. If I go to the store and I'm buying tires, they're not going to sell me a half a tire. I'm not going to have a number in between. So buying tires. Now, here's one that could be either one. If I go to the store and I buy watermelons, if I'm charged by the watermelon, it's discrete. Because I'm not going to have the in-between prices. Buying watermelon, dollars per melon. But if I happen to buy watermelons and I'm being charged by the pound, then I could have the in-between because I could fall anywhere in there. Another good example, you're measuring rain. If you measure it in a rain gauge by the centimeters, rainfall by the centimeters, that would be continuous. Rainfall measured by the bucket, where it's rounded off to the full bucket, rounded full bucket, then you couldn't have in between. Now I have to say if it's rounded to the full bucket, because otherwise you could have a quarter, an eighth, a 16th. One more thing, if you get paid and they round your pay to the nearest 15 minutes, then you're discrete. Okay? But if you get paid and they don't round it, so you just punch in and you get paid by the hour and the minutes are broken down into fractions, then it's not, so if it's not rounded, then it's not discrete, it's continuous. Okay? So that gives you a few to think about.